Welcome to today's episode. Have you ever noticed how the people in your life often mirror aspects of your own personality? Whether it's a friend who shares your ambition, a partner who aligns with your values, or even a coworker with whom you clash, it's intriguing to think that perhaps these encounters are more than coincidence. They might be a reflection of the energy you project, the frequency you emit, which draws certain people into your world. In this episode, we're diving into the fascinating idea that the relationships and connections you make are often shaped by the unique energy you carry. You'll hear inspiring stories, practical examples, and meaningful lessons to help you harness this idea to attract positive, uplifting relationships in your life. Let's get into it. To set the foundation, let's start by understanding what we mean by frequency or energy. This isn't a physical frequency we can measure, but rather the invisible vibe or aura that surrounds each of us. Think of it as your emotional and mental state, shaped by your thoughts, values, and inner beliefs. An ancient saying goes, "Like attracts like," meaning people with similar qualities are naturally drawn to each other. Imagine this frequency as a radio signal that others can tune into. When we carry kindness, humility, and optimism, we tend to attract people who resonate with those qualities. Conversely, if we carry bitterness, resentment, or self-centeredness, we often find ourselves surrounded by people who mirror those traits. Consider two coworkers, one who always complains about office politics and another who genuinely cares about the team's success. Both these individuals will attract colleagues who resonate with their mindset. The negative coworker might find themselves often surrounded by fellow complainers, while the positive one could develop alliances with others who want to make the workplace better. The key takeaway here is that the mindset we cultivate doesn't just live in our heads. It translates into the kind of people who gravitate toward us. Historically, this idea isn't new. In the Chinese classic I Ching, or Book of Changes, the phrase "like attracts like" reminds us that our internal state can shape the external reality we experience. This principle also appears in countless philosophies, suggesting that our inner world affects the people we meet, the opportunities that come our way, and even the challenges we face. One classic story is that of Liu Bei and Zhuge Liang from ancient Chinese history. Liu Bei, known for his compassion and dedication to his people, eventually met Zhuge Liang, a wise strategist who shared his vision for a just society. Their partnership was not coincidental. It was forged out of mutual respect and a shared purpose, driven by the energy Liu Bei carried. So when we align our thoughts and values with kindness, integrity, and wisdom, we naturally draw in people who bring the same energy. This not only enriches our personal lives, but also fosters stronger, purpose-driven connections. Have you ever noticed that when you start focusing on self-improvement, some friendships might fade while others strengthen? This isn't necessarily because the friendships were weak. It's often a result of your changing energy and values, which may no longer resonate with everyone. Let's say someone takes up new habits like regular exercise, healthy eating, and mindfulness practices. They might find that friends who prioritize health and well-being start appearing more in their lives, while those who prefer less structured lifestyles drift away. This natural shift happens because each change we make in ourselves sends out a subtle message to the world about what we value. Think of the story of a young monk who, after years of studying with seasoned teachers, began to feel out of place among his peers who weren't as disciplined. Though he wanted to be around people with similar dedication, he first needed to improve his own skills and mindset. Over time, by working on himself, he eventually found himself among like-minded individuals who inspired him to grow further. The lesson? If you're looking to attract a new type of person into your life, start by embodying the qualities you admire. We often hear that you are the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with. This idea is rooted in the belief that those around us reflect our current state of mind. But how often do we consciously choose to surround ourselves with people who uplift, motivate, and bring out the best in us? One powerful example is of a man who was known for being extremely kind and generous. Over time, he noticed that the people around him began to mirror those qualities. His compassion not only drew other compassionate people to him, but also encouraged those around him to become kinder. If we consciously bring positivity and ambition into our relationships, we can foster communities of mutual growth and support. On the other hand, if we allow ourselves to dwell on negativity, we might inadvertently attract relationships that reinforce that mindset. Next time you're reflecting on a friendship or a partnership, ask yourself if that relationship makes you feel enriched or drained. If the latter, it might be worth considering how your own frequency can invite different kinds of relationships. The people we meet, the relationships we build, and the experiences we go through all offer a mirror to our inner world. When we encounter challenges, we can use them as opportunities to fine-tune our own frequency. Consider each encounter, whether good or bad, as a chance to check in on the energy you're projecting. Rather than asking why something happened, try asking what it reveals about your current state of mind or energy. The central takeaway is this: by nurturing virtues like kindness, patience, and integrity, we not only grow ourselves, but also create an environment where genuine, supportive relationships can flourish. We become magnets for the kind of people who can elevate and inspire us, making life's journey a more fulfilling one. As we close today's episode, let's make this actionable. Think about the energy you've been bringing into your daily life. Are there areas where you'd like to make improvements? Consider small ways to cultivate positive habits and observe the changes in the people you attract. Thank you for tuning in to this episode. If you found these insights helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. Remember, your support means the world to us, and we're excited to bring you more transformative content in the future. Stay tuned, and until next time, keep radiating the energy you want to attract.